Good morning. It is 11:27 a.m. I did another reading. Um, it was all about making sure that I didn't know my identity, that I didn't know that I was a son. It was about making sure that everything wasn't reversed. It was making sure that I lived a dark life. I didn't feel love. I didn't have any type of, I didn't have nothing to offer. It was all about making sure that I never touched anything that I was supposed to receive. It was all about making sure that the illusions and the heartbreaks and the struggle, they knew they couldn't kill me because I was a golden child. I am actually the child of Jesus, which is a beautiful thing. See, just like Lion King, Mufasa was so jealous of Scar and Simba. No, let's put it backwards. I'm sorry. Scar was jealous of Mufasa and the gifts of him being the golden child, the firstborn. So he ended up killing, trapping, setting a trap, which was actually set for my grandfather. Extortion, manipulation. Didn't know I was a child of love. Like I said, God provided Jesus. And people don't realize that you did me a favor. You proved the whole point to God. My mother God. Because Jesus never sat with rich people. Jesus sat with people that were in poverty. So, and back then, all the things we have now, they didn't have. So, now that you have proof and you're able to read and have access to all this technology, but you chose to not only steal my royalties, you actually broke every laws of not only man. you broke the laws of the universe. I was a priestess, means I was a princess. I was supposed to be empress. I was supposed to be able to celebrate, but instead, people rather me live as though I have nothing to offer. My love was about flourishing, growth. They didn't want me to even be able to have any sort of understanding because they knew I was a love child. So they knew they had to do the opposite. You fools. You made a deal with the devil and sold your soul to the devil to do the opposite of everything that was written about my father. You chose to play with not only me, the star, the sun, the world, the lover's card. You played with justice. You manipulate death to get my Akashic records. You sat up here and used illusions, lies. Oh yeah, judgment has come. I asked my father and my mother God to destroy Earth. And that's what I want. This whole world wiped off the map. Wiped off the, they want to get rid of Pluto. No, we get rid of Earth. Everyone that was put in my life were actually placed there to break my heart and make sure that they didn't love me. They made sure that they surrounded me with a bunch of Judases, a bunch of Peters. And I'm going to just say this, all the 12 disciples that sat with him, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, so-and-so. But one thing they made sure, I was surrounded by agents, people that actually, they made sure I was surrounded by the enemy. The enemies, plural, because they knew that couldn't be God. So you sold your soul to go against God and do the opposite. And people never realize why I said, as a woman, I could wear my horns and wear my halo. Because I knew that what matters is the laws of the universe, not laws of man. Laws of man could be manipulated. Laws of the universe can't. So they chose to go into my Akashic records, which means they could manipulate the spiritual realms. Begging, pleading, because they knew this was what they were actually told to do. If they wanted my fortune to stay in reverse, they wanted to make sure this was me. But we're in reverse. They didn't want me to have my ace of swords. They wanted everything to be empty. They wanted me to know that no matter how hard I work, no matter how much proof I have, no matter how much I know, how much evidence I have, they would never believe me because they were not supposed to believe me. They were supposed to lie to me. See, the meaning of my life, they knew my life purpose was love. Like Jesus, he was sent here to save the lost. That's why he was all around people in poverty, But not only did they go against everything that, and the only reason why Earth is here because actually Jesus begged God to give another chance. Like Simba having a daughter. Simba knew he was a golden child. And he had a daughter who was a little princess. And he always told her, look, don't go off. Don't go off. There's things out there that's going to try to kill you. There's people out there that don't like me. He wasn't loved. And Scar ended up having a child. A little boy. That was supposed to watch her and manipulate her and trap her. Not realizing that he always wondered why. She seemed like a good person. She seemed like a beautiful angel. Why am I trying to harm Simba's daughter? And he was told, because he's the reason your father died. He killed your father, which were lies, because the hyenas was the ones that killed Scar. The hyenas was the one that killed Scar. You know, the hyenas knew that they were lied to. They were promised riches. They was promised food. But they were never given anything they were promised. They were never given anything. Ain't that some shit? Well, you know the message. You know, playing the devil's den. That's where you gonna end up. Den. You know, nothing grows in the den. You don't. The den was meant for famished. It was meant to have nothing but chains and regrets. Thank you. So you can never say that nothing was ever taught to you. You chose the other side. So I'm gonna say this much: I'm rooting for Earth to be destroyed, wiped off, and removed as a planet. I am truly rooting for it because I have no friends and families down here, because it was made so that I will never have that. You know, nature and nature. That is my family. That is my home. So the circle of life, the golden child. Revelations, thank you.